In the 3 months since Josh Duggar was arrested on child pornography charges, the rest of the Duggars have spent much of their time furiously scrambling to preserve what remains of the family business empire. Much of it has been lost for good, of course, as TLC has cancelled Counting On, and it seems very unlikely that Jim Bob and company will ever return to the world of reality television. But the Duggars always have plenty of irons in the fire, and insiders say most family members remain confident that God and Jim Bob's business instincts will continue to provide for them. Of course, some major changes will need to be made in order to accommodate JB's new business plan. And not surprisingly, some of them raise major ethical concerns. Prior to his arrest, Josh was operating a used car dealership that he co-owned with his father. Considering Josh had no other visible means of support, the most likely scenario is that Jim Bob put up all the cash and allowed his son to become an owner in name only. In November of 2019, the dealership was raided by agents from the Department of Homeland Security. At the time, it was rumored that the raid was prompted by Josh's hiring practices. We now know that it was the result of an investigation that linked the 33-year-old to a child porn ring. The lot never reopened, and it looked as though Josh stepped away from the family businesses ahead of his arrest. But the Duggars have a long history of shunting titles and businesses from one family to the next in order to throw the authorities off their trail. It seems like that's exactly what they did in this case by transferring ownership to Josh's wife, Anna Duggar. And of course, this is not the only time that Jim Bob and Josh engaged in this highly unethical and possibly illegal practice. Josh opened 5 LLCs in Anna's name in the years of 2019 and 2020, one commenter wrote on Reddit this week. Anna, more likely Josh, created a new LLC in February 2020, but didn't use it for anything. But 1 month after Josh was arrested, Anna was added as an agent on the LLC, the user alleged. I find it very suspicious that they didn't use this LLC for anything until after Josh was arrested. So far, every LLC created by Anna was used right after to buy real estate. Yes, it appears that by making Anna the nominative head of Josh's limited liability corporations, the Duggars exploited a loophole that would allow the known sexual predator to continue participating in and profiting from the family business. They usually open a new one when they start a new business, a different Reddit user wrote in response to a question about the family's many LLCs. It's just a way to protect your assets. It's common and usually not shady, but we're talking about the Duggars, so. Yes, the practice probably wouldn't raise many eyebrows were it not for the fact that it's being done to protect the financial interests of a man who's soon to stand trial for sexually exploiting children. And amid all of this insanely immoral behavior, Jim Bob probably imagines that his son will be cleared of all charges, and his family will one day make a triumphant return to reality television. Now that's delusion.